and when you ask, you tested him, say you are not able to reply you, sir. That's it means.
No, don't get tensed. You have to be very calm and patient while you're replying to interview. See, learning is not important. You communicating that learning is also very important. Otherwise, nobody will understand that you know.
Yes.
Okay. My voice is echoing. Can you put yourself on mute? Thank you. Unmute when you want to talk, or raise your hand and then you want. I will tell you. Raise your hand means there is a button called raise your hand. Okay, you can use that. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
Thank you. So, we'll talk about another automation today, which is called approval process. It's quite similar to how workflow works, but workflow is no longer available to you to create. I think you are the last class who were able to create workflows. Okay, so what workflow uses is that we can put any record for any kind of a approval process. This is a default feature. So if you go to any record, like an account record, you don't see a process of approval, right? You can't put this record for approval process, or you cannot put an opportunity is typically a record which is used for approval. So if you go to any opportunity, usually before the selling is closed, you will always want to have an approval from your higher boss. The salesman will try to have an approval from their higher boss, right? Before they try to give some kind of discount or stuff. Sometimes it is very needed, approvals, right? So every record can be put for approval, every record. So for that, you are not seeing any approval, submit for approval button. But Salesforce allows you to add this approval button to any record. So let's add this to opportunity cost. Where will I update the button? Sorry, add the button. Anybody? How will I add the button? How do we add buttons? Anybody? Have you tried to add button? You have completed your courses.
Sir, mobile and lighting action.
Okay. So if I go to buttons, I have the submit for approval, and I can. This is a standard button. That's why you can push it directly into this section. Standard buttons.
Yes.
You don't need to override these things and create custom button. This is not required because this is already provided by Salesforce. Submit. When you submit this, you go and refresh it. You will see there is a submit for approval already in place. Okay. Today we'll talk about submit for approval mostly. So I will just bring the button forward so that we can directly. One thing, no, it will come under S only. So it's like default ordering. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to check whether this button is functioning or not. So let's create one opportunity. Just go to an account and let's create a new opportunity for that. What is called approval test. What is a mandatory field or an opportunity?
Closed it.
Close. Again, an interview question. Stage. We start from the first stage. Please note that every stage has a different probability. You see, this is changing. I don't know if you have noticed this or not. Automatically, the probability of the deal is more. If you go to 100%, it is 100%. If you go to closed, it will change, right? Yeah, so minor things in Salesforce which you should always look at. Okay, play around. It is very important. So now we are putting this approval to. So if I submit, click this button. I'm getting this message. No applicable approval process was found because this button is not enough. You have to set up an approval process. In approval process, you have to say who will approve, what would be the steps of approval, and many things. Okay, so that is where the approval process comes into picture. So I will go back to home and I will come to approval process. Which object should I choose here?
Opportunity.
Opportunity, absolutely. Because I am trying to create a approval for opportunity. You can use both this wizard. We can use a jumpstart wizard. You can play around with both. Go ahead and play around with both. I think jumpstart wizard is very easy. It creates it step by step. Otherwise, if you use the standard opportunity, it will be one big page wherein you have to do it everything. Okay. So let's create a new approval. I think jumpstart is easier for you. So what is the approval name? It is called opportunity. I can set a criteria that what kind of opportunity or what criteria of opportunity will be applicable for this. Let me say, when the opportunity stage is equal to negotiation or negotiation review, then only I can put this to approval. Yeah, otherwise it will not be applicable. Right? You cannot put for approval. Sure. So this is the criteria. Second is who should be approving it. Let the submitter choose the approver manually. That means whoever is putting for approval, he can choose the user. You can automatically assign this also. If a user has a manager field defined, that means the person who is logging in the standard manager field, if it is already you have defined as an administrator, then it will automatically go to this person. Okay. Automatically assigned to approvers. This you can assign this fixed users. You can also choose it. So let's keep it manual, and we will need to activate. It is reminding us that please activate. Before that, we just named the approval. We did not do any steps. Approvals will always have steps, and it is deactivated, right? We haven't hit that button because approval steps is important. In Jumpstart wizard, the first step is already defined for you. What is happening? Assigned approver is manually chosen, and if this is approved, it will come to approval actions. If it is rejected, it will come to rejected actions. Okay. So, and in the initial submission, what will happen? The record will get locked. So nobody except the system administrator will be able to edit it. Yeah, you can have multiple approval steps also. So first level approval, second level approval, third level approval can also happen. And every approval can have different criteria. Not every record might need it. Right? So you can define it. Like if the deal size is more than 2 million, in that case, I need two-step approval. Something that can also happen. So you can put another step here. So what should I do in my approval steps? I want to automate something. This is automation. This automation step is exactly same to what workflow has. In workflow, what actions could you do? Tell me. Anybody? Nobody. Exactly same to what of workflow had, right? Task, email alert, field update, outbound message. Same thing you can do with rejected actions also. So let us now put this to field update. My requirement is when I send somebody for approval, if he approves, then automatically the stage will change to closed won. If he rejects, it will goes to stage lost. Okay. How do I do that? Opportunity won. Which field will I update? I will update the stage and I'll update to closed won. And in rejection actions, if he rejects, what will happen? The stage will change to opportunity lost.
Close lost.
Yes. So now my approval process is fine. So what the approval will fire only when the stage is in negotiation and review. The first step is it will lock the record. Approval step, it will ask for you to choose the approver. If that approver approves it, the stage will change to opportunity won. If he rejects it, it will go to opportunity lost. Any questions so far?
So this one was like decision making, sir.
Sorry?
This function was like decision making of flow, sir. Means if we accept it, then another means a branch will sorry, sir. Means the last action you taught me. This one
Recall.
that yes. No, sir. The final approval. If the approval is accepted, then another one outcome will happen. And if rejects it, if the approval got rejected, then another outcome will happen, sir.
Branching logic. Quite similar to that. Yes, you're right. So this is the decision step. Basically, a decision is used for automation, where the decision is taken automatically by the system. Here, the decision is taken by a manual person. Clear? In approval person, actual manual person is taking the decision. So good question, but this is what it is, the difference. So I will activate that. So now, if I put this to needs analysis step, what will happen if I click on the submit for approval?
No approval happened, sir.
Clear? Same process. Now, let me take it to negotiation review stage and then submit for approval. Now it is asking me who should approve. So I will become my boss and I will put this approval to Animesh Banerjee. What will my manager see? Who is Animesh Banerjee basically? So, Animesh Banerjee, what he will see is something like this. He will get a mail like this. It is asking me, Animesh Banerjee has requested your approval for this Animesh Banerjee is the salesman. My salesman has requested your approval for the following item. Please click on this link to approve or reject. So the boss Animesh Banerjee will click on this link and he will approve, reject, or reassign to somebody else. If he is not taking decision, probably he is on vacation, so he will reassign to somebody else. Okay, so let me approve it. Okay, salesman. What will salesman see after approval? I will refresh my screen. Close one. So the approval process next step has fired. Yeah. What would have happened if he rejected it? I get another mail. This time I will reject it. What will the salesman see? Clear? Any questions? That completes our automation. You guys should be now very clear with what automation looks like. Clear? All the automations has been covered. So we have covered workflows, process builders, flows. Did we cover the screen flow?
Yes, sir.
Completed? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Are you creating screen flows? Please test. Please complete the flow flow trailheads. Very important. Okay. So now we will move to final two topics. One is security and sharing. And the last part is called case management. Okay. So do you want to do it this week or do you want to move to next week? Let me know. Can I continue? Tell me. Dewa.
স্যার আমি মেলে আপনি একটা কাজ করছি
Huh? Sorry.
Sir,
Should I continue the class or do you want to start security from next class? Tell me.
next class, sir.
Next class would be better.
Okay, very well. So that then I will stop presenting. I will stop recording. Please